you sitting here?
I wasn't.
Hi.
All right. All right, let's go for it. I'll keep watching for the people that are still trying to come in. So, hey, everybody starting out muted. Welcome again. And first, I'll just share that the board is here with us tonight, standing along with us. We've got Bill and Becky Wiggins here tonight. And I know Bill's going to share a few words in just a bit. We've got the Kale Maddoxes in the house. Thanks for being here, guys. And then Lori and Chris Sturge. Let's see if we see them yet. Not positive if they've gotten on yet, but they're here with us as well. So any of them that have anything to share will do so later. For sure Bill will. But we'll just let's just get rolling here, guys. Art's got some things to say, and let's just get right to it.
Well, I'd rather just start out with the board actually, and just kind of see what Bill wants to say first, and then while I prepare.
Okay.
So
That
if we
sounds-
go,
Is that
Bill,
okay?
you ready?
Yeah, Bill, let's unmute Bill. You good, Bill?
Yeah.
Okay, great. I'm gonna put you on spotlight video here.
Okay.
All right, we got Tim here too.
Yeah, I'm having connection problems.
Oh, okay. All right, hey, Bill and Becky. So Bill is the president of our board. Becky's also on our board. And we just really appreciate you guys standing with us during this time, and just really appreciate you guys.
Is Chris, I don't think is present, right? He's gone. He's out of town.
You know what? That's right. He is gone. He's
Yeah.
on vacation. That's right.
Today,
He's camping, no service.
he doesn't have any service where he's at. So,
Right.
yeah, we've just been kind of laying low here for the last few weeks because the input from us wasn't really of any value, considering the battlefield is pretty separate from what's going on around us. So we didn't really have much to say about that. We could voice our disapproval of all that, but it really wouldn't help at all. So we've just been sitting kind of quiet. So we just want to assure everybody that's been associated with Battlefield that most of the things being said about us as a group are untrue. And financially, everything that goes on with Battlefield is open for review. If anybody wants to call me or call Chris or anybody having to do with Battlefield and tell them exactly what's going on with the board and the donations to Battlefield, I'll give you my phone number. You can call me. We can sit down and show you everything you want to see. But I just got to say that Battlefield, we've been involved with Battlefield for 3.5 years. The Kale Maddoxes and the Derses have been involved considerably longer than that. And it's not like we have kids that actively engaged in Battlefield. We just are firm believers in what they offer. It made a huge difference in our lives. I know it made a huge difference in Derses and Kale Maddox's lives in terms of the family approach to addiction. And it's, it goes beyond addiction for Becky and I, and what we've learned and what has been offered and how it's opened our eyes to things. And it just made us want to be involved in other families' lives and to donate our time and resources towards Battlefield, because it's been such a valuable thing. And we see it every time we go to Solution Group. And, but that's just my view on my 3.5 years associated with Battlefield. And I just encourage everybody to look at the difference it's made in their lives over the last few years for them. Or if you're new to Battlefield, maybe you've seen that change in your view on how you approach your loved one that's in addiction. So I can't thank Angie and Art and the Derses and the Maddoxes and the Mary and Ron Barr and all these people that we've met, Kristen, and I'm leaving out so many people that have made a real difference. And it's our tribe. That's where we go for relief. And when we get relief, then we're able to see things a little bit more clearly. So that's been the value of Battlefield for us. So thanks, Art. Thanks, Angie. Thank everybody.
Thank you, Bill.
Yeah.
Thank you, Bill. Appreciate that. Yeah, I'm muting him, and I'm going to put you on spotlight, Bart.
Okay. Are we ready?
We're ready.
I think that, one, I would just like to share out personally, like what I do every week. And, I think this is a remarkable experience that is happening on a level that I never understood. And I remember when I was younger, I used to fight a lot. I went to college and I was 19 years old, and I was small, and I was also an alcoholic. So in college, I liked to punch people at parties, and I would just run up and do that a lot. I would punch people in the face and fight. And I fought at a lot of parties. And one time I punched one guy in the face, and it led to this experience where I was surrounded by 12 guys. And as I was being pummeled on the ground and kicked, there's a point when you're getting beat up by a lot of people that you look up at their faces, and it's a really angry mob. And when that's happening to you, you're wondering whether they care about your life or what they want from you and how far it's going to go. And you look up, and what you'll see is that you haven't seen like evil, or you haven't seen this kind of force coming at you before. And right before you black out, you're just going to wonder if they're going to take your life or not. And I blacked out that night. And this is kind of like the same experience of looking up at people, looking up and being pummeled and wondering if they're going to, what they want from me, whether they want my life or my house or whatever people want from me. I can give it all away. You can have it. Whatever it is that you think that you need to be happy, I'm ready to let it all go so that other people can be happy if that's what they need. But I'm not going to hate. And I'm not going to hate the people that are doing this. And I don't know why they're doing it. I don't understand it. And maybe I do. A lot of the reasons I do understand, and I get it. But I can just tell you that it's, how much can I take before I black out? I don't know. I'm taking it. And I will not respond, and I will not do it anymore. I won't get into their side or our side or anything anymore. In fact, we have to move on. And that being said, I'm going through it like I've told people I would go through something like this for years. I'm not using drugs and alcohol. I haven't gambled, or I'm not using the casino. I'm not using food. I'm not using. And that's what we've been talking about for years, is not using. And I'm sitting with it. And most of my days are spent in a chair, staring at my phone to see what destruction is coming my way next. And I've been living that way for going on 90 days now. And those of you that have been a part of your destruction in your life knows the causes of all that kind of stuff. And so here I sit another night, and I'm open to any, and I think that we've really gotten off message here and off base. And I think that we have to remember the question at hand. Has Battlefield improved your life or not? That's it. If the answer is yes, hey, I'm sorry if I didn't say it perfectly and do it perfectly. I'm not perfect. I'm sorry if we all didn't say it perfectly. We all didn't do it perfectly. None of us are. And anyone that wants to open up their phone or their messenger tonight and let the world scrounge around in there and see what you said out of context or derogatory or whatever you've said to people, be my guest and see how you make it. It's tough. And, I never let on that I was going to be this big leader and that I was going to be this person that is enlightened past everybody else or infallible. I never said that. I just said, come listen. And if you're entertained and if you like it and you need some help, I'll be there. And people came. I didn't call people and recruit. I didn't do this. So although I'm honored and I'm honored every time people are on here to listen to me speak, and I love to help people, but that's what we said we would do. What we promised was to connect the family, the addict, and the community. And the question is, did we meet our promise? Did we do that? And I don't care whose team did it. Was Amy part of that? Yes. Was the other side part of that? Absolutely. Was there people all across the board part of helping people? Yes. Now the question is, can we pull it back together, and can both sides come together and begin to help people again? I think we can. And I think that all of you trusted us with your family, and I think we did what we said we were going to do. And I will take any questions. Give me whatever you got. Say whatever you need to say. I'm fine with it. And I knew this was coming weeks ago, by the way. These threats of what would happen to us and the exposing of whatever they believed to be exposing, this was heading for what we were going to get. And I told them I'm ready to stand up for my life. And I am ready to stand up for the life I've lived. I'm ready to stand up for everything that I've done everything I've done and everything I've said for 9.5 years. I will stand behind it, and I will stand up for it. And if I made some comments that aren't great, listen, all of you know I'm not always the nicest guy, and I say some things to be joking, and they are jokes. And you know, today it was said, a couple of you families, it was said that it was quoted that I said they're the worst, and I'll stand behind that. I just meant they need more help. They need to be helped. I didn't mean they're bad people. In fact, there is no bad people that come to us. There's great people, and I love every of the people. But sometimes, yes, we had a team private chat, and we got frustrated. As a team, we got frustrated. As a team, we all said things and did things out of frustration because we were working hard to help people, and it was dominating. And so we might have said some jokes, but they were jokes, and they were not meant to be real. And if we said to anyone, I said, and I apologize to those families that see it taken and think that there was anything other than love coming for us. That's what was coming, is love. And we worked and did what we said we were going to do. And that's what I want to keep the question at tonight. If Battlefield didn't help you, and most of the people knocking Battlefield, what's remarkable about it is they're knocking the organization that most likely changed their life. And I'm wondering why, because we didn't sign up for anything else other than to say that we will help you connect with your family, and we will help you in sobriety, and we will help you not suffer. That's what we said. And I think we've achieved our goal to thousands of people. And to me, it's been our life's work, and we don't take it lightly. We're not professional. That's what makes us different. For us to be professional, we never said we were. I never said I was professional. I'm as unprofessional as you could come across, believe me, and I'm not changing. So any questions you have tonight, I'll answer. Anything you want to say, I'll stand up, and if I said something to you that hurt your feelings, please let me apologize to you. I'm here to apologize. I'm here to say whatever, but I guarantee there's hundreds of people on here or hundreds of people that have said things about me they didn't mean. Said things that they took back later. They said, that guy's a real asshole. And then maybe I helped your kid. And maybe you said, oh, I guess he's not such an asshole. And I bet hundreds of people did that. And if we could look into your messenger and find where I'm an asshole, or I'm not the nicest guy, or I'm stupid, or whatever it is, I'm fine with you. I forgive you already.
You can actually search in conversation art.
Yeah.
Pop up
Yeah.
Oh, card on.
There we go. So anyways, we're sitting here tonight, again, not what we want to do. You know, I want to return with what we're doing here in this house and what we're doing now and creating a message. And I want to get back on track, and I want to actually make a difference in the lives of people. And I don't think we're going to stop doing that. I don't think anybody can stop us from helping. No matter what is said and no matter what happens, I don't think it's going to happen that we're going to quit. So here we stand. Give us what you got. Ask what you need.
All right. So there's a raise your hand feature. I've already got Cheryl in line. Cheryl Temple, you'll be first. Jen, I see you waving, so you'll be second. So there's a raise your hand feature that you can just raise your hand and get in line, and I'll find you. And if you can't figure out how to do that, just get my attention like Jen did. There are a few screens, so I don't necessarily see everybody. So please just be patient, and I will get to everybody. So Cheryl Temple, I'm coming to you. Let's see. Can I unmute you or? Are you
Can you hear
unmuted?
me? Can you
Yes,
hear
hi
me?
Cheryl. Yes,
Hi Angie, hi Art.
Hi.
hi.
I appreciate all the effort you've done. I think there's no question that you've got a lot of continued support. I just don't think that's a problem at all. And I really think we should move on from that because I feel like we're kind of at a evangelical meeting here in the last one where everybody's just telling you how much we love you, which is so true, but let's move on.
Yeah.
I want to hear how you're going to move on. Is there a plan? Are you going to just continue to do what you did before? That's a plan.
Yeah.
I just want to hear what you're going to do. So you need to quit apologizing, Art. We're past all that. We are. I don't know all the stuff that was said. I don't know anything, and I don't really care.
Well,
But I want to know what the plan is.
I got to be really honest with you, Cheryl. I mean, at this time in our experience, we wake up to a different assault every now and then, and it's tough. So we're trying to plan, but our plans kind of get derailed. So we're really getting, but what our plan is to keep the phones on, answer when a family calls, meet with that family, and find a way to help that family. And that's what we're doing every day right now. You call Battlefield, we answer, we figure out a way to help. That's what we're doing right now. We don't know other than that. And, but definitely we find the best fit and we help it to the best of our ability as soon as we get a phone call. And we won't stop answering the phones.
Thank you, Cheryl. All right, Jen, go ahead.
Well, hi. I want to say that I think, Cheryl, great minds think alike because you actually asked the exact same thing I wanted to ask. You know, I don't, sounds like new things came at you guys today, and I'm very sorry about that, but I too want to know the future. And Art, I'm not going to ask you to repeat what you just said, but that's what I wanted to say. I just, you know, obviously it's personal to me because, you know, you have someone who's very special to me right now. I see him sitting behind you chewing his fingernail. But also for, you know, for the other clients that also need your help, for everybody. So just repeating what Cheryl was asking. Thanks.
Well, I've seen that the big change stuff that's going on over there is turning around, and they seem to be getting a little bit more stable and putting things in place. And I know that they're all going to step up and be responsible. And no matter what, we were all a team, and I trust that they're going to step up and do the right thing shortly, or for sure. And there's that, and we're going to do what we're doing, and I think it's all going to be back in place soon and in some form. So that's what we're doing. Thank you, Jen.
Thanks. And also, you got to stop living in your stories, remember?
Oh, well, I don't think we are. We're living in our experience, and we're not really, we're being bombarded with a story, and it's tough. It's tough when the story is lies, or when there is lies. One thing was said today was the amount of money that Angie makes, and as if it was a lot, and if that was even enough for her to make, and it wasn't even true. She doesn't even make that much, so it's tough for us to take it, and we just, you know, we're trying to not defend ourselves and not live in a story, but this is a heightened and really remarkable time in storytelling. So anyways, thank you.
All right, who's next? Just raise your hand or get my attention. Let's put it all out there. This is your opportunity, please. Don't leave anything out. Karen in the corner? Where? Oh, Karen Watila? Okay, great. Hey, Karen.
Hi. Hey, Art. So are you still without, I mean, do you have the building in Federal Way across from the MMC, or what, is Big House still closed? What's going on and regarding all that? Are you just working out of your living room and Angie's working on her cell phone?
I'm working out of my living room, but I'm also in control of those two buildings right now.
Oh.
And I'm just waiting on what's next. And it's gonna yeah. So that's in the future of it's left open for whether we want to do it or not.
Okay.
let's get some people that are a little less happy with us.
Yeah.
Uh,
Hey, Tammy and Greg Opheim,
yeah.
let's go. Let's do this. I'm trying to, there you go. Hey, guys.
How's it going?
First of all, I gotta say, you guys are the worst. I'm
Hey,
telling you, you were the worst at the time when I said it. It was tough. I was. That's what I meant. I meant that your guys is like clinging to Derek and how you were going through what you're going through. It was a tough time.
well, I've been called worse, so.
Yeah, it wasn't. I wasn't saying that you're bad people, and that's the.
He was
context
saying
of
he
the
wanted you in coaching. He was saying he wanted to make sure that I got you in coaching because that's what we needed.
Yeah. So
It
anyway,
did-
Greg,
it-
did you have to go ahead and
Oh.
ask me? Go ahead.
I just felt it did feel a little bit of a betrayal today, looking at that.
Yeah.
It felt like, it just felt, it was underhanded and it didn't feel good.
It was.
It was
And it
like everybody's talking about these poor families who are struggling to do whatever they can do.
That's right. It was underhanded. It wasn't great. It was, and it also was meant for 5 of us that were actually, kept between those 5 people that were actually there to vent and have frustrations. And we were supposed to be able to privately share our frustrations as a team. And that's, but it was, and it wasn't good.
But I have to intercept there, Art, because it was also out of context. There was not included the entire rest of the conversation. It was the piece that they wanted somebody to see that looked bad out of context.
Yeah.
It was all good intentions, and this is what we need to do to help this family. So I know.
I mean, I know that, and I, like I told Derek today, I said, we've set the comments that were made from Travis and Derek and me and everything. Travis said all those things to his face, and Derek acknowledged that he did. And I said those things to you guys. Tammy, do you remember when I described that maybe you would like to sit across from the big house and have binoculars and check in on Derek? And that's exactly the line of thought that I was going with.
And I'm not saying that we weren't the worst at that time. We probably were the worst, but it's just sort of like it felt.
Of course,
and
it
maybe
Yeah.
if we didn't see the whole conversation,
Yeah.
And of course it did. And I'm sure that a lot of people have went home and typed to their spouse that already don't know shit. And I'm sure that if somebody screenshot it to me, it would hurt. And I get that. But that does not change the fact that I love you and I love your family and that, we were there together. And a lot of this time it hurts me because sometimes I feel like I earned the right to say, not to say anything maliciously or not to hurt you, but I earned the right to say you're the worst because I would have answered my phone for you all night, every night, and I would have never not took your call. And that, to me, granted me a little something to be able to be a smart ass or to be anything or to vent my frustrations or to say things like that. But we know between you and I, you call my phone, did I answer or not? Did I help or not? And that's
you big time.
And that's all. And whatever. I don't think you're the worst. I don't.
Well,
that's not
I
something
think we
that's
were
true.
at the time.
That's not something that's true, though. I think you're great people, and I love you guys. And if I said something flippant on there, I can't apologize enough for that. So
well, thank you for that.
Yeah, we, apologize accepted. And I just think it is a kind of a teachable moment for everybody that, you got to be careful what people say and it may be used against you. And unfortunately, but we know that you helped us. And so that really outweighs anything. And I don't think it was said in malicious. I just when the first reaction was like, oh, wow, that's a little bit tough to accept, but that's why we're here. We're listening to what you have to say because things do get taken out of context and you've done to help us.
By the way, we've been on that team chat for 6 years. So we've been on that thing for 6 years. So if anybody that was on that team chat had a disapproval of what was going on in the team chat, they didn't voice their disapproval and they had felt that we were being upright as human beings and we were being okay and we weren't on somewhere. We were holding each other accountable and we were all on there. So how these things got posted are by people who were complicit in this team chat for the same 6.5 years.
That's right.
So if it was bad and we were really hurtful people, well, somebody should have told us 6.5 years ago, but we weren't. And the things that were said were just either flippant or jokes or not real or whatever. And it's tough to be able to have a team of people that are working to help other people. I would love to see a team of anybody working together and talking about the clients. I would love to see a team of restaurant owners and waitresses have a team chat and talk about the customers that came in every day. Seriously, I would love to see what they said about the customers that they smiled and served every day. And they would have to vent too and say, that customer, geez, they don't tip enough. And this person just don't do this and that. And that's what we did. So that's true. And I'm ready for more to come out. We don't know if it stops. They might have other shit that they want to say that we have to own up to, and we will. But, you know, who knows when this ends.
Yep.
So
like I said, I've been called worst, so a lot worse. So I'm not too offended at all. So
thank you guys.
Don't worry about us.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you guys. Thanks for being here. All right. Who's next? Colette? Come on, girl. Come on, girl. I can feel the energy. Let's do this.
Yeah.
Come on, mama.
I'm just sitting with it. And then when I'm ready, I would hope that you guys would meet with me and we can clear the space.
Okay. We will.
It's not my style to put my stuff out there or do public domain, but I would like the opportunity to clear the space. And I'm just feeling very hurt, and it's fine. Yeah, it's not fine, but we'll get through it, right?
Okay. You call me anytime, Colette. You call me after this, we'll talk.
I want to do it in person. I want to look you in the eyes. I want to look Travis in the eyes. We can do it socially distanced. You don't have to see my mouth flapping. But I just like the opportunity.
Anytime.
Okay.
All right.
You want to come meet with us tomorrow, 1:30?
No, I'm trying to get my kids back to school safely with COVID and keep my staff safe. So.
Okay. All right. Well, you message me. We'll figure out a time. You can come see us.
Thanks.
All right. Sounds good. All right. Who's next? Any questions? Let's put them out there, guys. Any comments? Any concerns? Okay, Nancy. Hey, hey, hey. Can I unmute you, or can you unmute yourself, Nancy? Oh, here we go. Maybe. I can't quite unmute you.
There I go.
There we go.
Here.
Yes.
Okay. Hello from Tennessee. We're outside of Nashville.
Awesome. Hey, guys.
Yeah, it's cool. Got cooled down a lot, which we like. It's been pretty darn hot. But knowing what had actually been going on, thankfully I'm not in the junk and hearing the junk, because I wouldn't listen to it anyhow. But I just want to say that you guys have done an amazing job and have really helped us get through what we've had to do with our addicts. And at the moment, they are all clean and sober, and which is such a blessing. And of course, 2 of them are in prison, so that's kind of why. But they saved their lives by going into prison, that's for sure. So, but Art's been great. I mean, he comes up with little things all the time that really touches me and gets me to think. And what he said last week really got me, is that it happened because it happened. It was supposed to happen. And that has helped me, because I think, something happens like, oh my God, our motorhome broke down, well, we had to get it fixed, and to be able to move on. We slept in a rest area last night, but I agree with that as I look back, that things will happen and we're not happy with it, and it's makes us sad, but yet as you look back and come forward, it was supposed to happen. Because if it wasn't supposed to happen, it wouldn't have happened.
That's right.
And it does. It really helps me to put things into perspective, like a little more, as I'm doing things. So I really thank you, Art.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Nancy.
You bet.
All right, who's next? Everybody seems pretty quiet tonight. Anything else, guys? This is your chance. Questions, concerns, thoughts, what's going on?
I'm very eager to understand all this, and I'm very eager to understand. And Colette, you don't have to say anything to me tonight, but I feel your pain, and I don't know how it could be, and I don't know what possibly could be taken that that you could feel this kind of frustration with us. But I think that we could really soothe you, and I don't think that there's any way that this team and the people around me, one, don't think that you're strong, and don't think that we, for a lot of reasons, we understand what you're going through and how difficult it is. And I think that the major gist that we've ever said is, wow, Colette never gets any relief. And the situation that you're in is very, very dire. And, you know, I just want to remind that we've been in the heat of the battle, and we've been in this war, and we've been standing next to you. And again, I don't know if everything I said and do is perfect, but I do know if you're in a war and you need to call somebody, my phone will answer every time. And I will give you my word that I will never leave you. And I didn't leave you. And if anybody said that, even that said that I didn't take your son, at the time Dustin got out of treatment that day, I didn't have a bed. I didn't have nowhere. I didn't have it. I've only gotten beds recently. So I didn't even, at any time I would have took him. And if anybody says any different, well, then they don't know me for the past 5 years. And if you find another person that's been there with your son and been in it, that other than that, please let me know, because I don't know where they were, because I was there every time, and I will still be there every time. So I don't know what was said or why you're upset, but and Travis says some really shitty things when he's frustrated. But again, at 1:30 in the morning, when somebody needs to be picked up, Travis will go get him. And he's not too cultured, and he ain't that goddamn professional, and neither am I. But we are with it, and we probably said some shitty things that you all may have heard, and we'll continue to probably screw up and say some shitty things going forward. But just ask yourself, if that phone rings and you need something and you need to get on that phone, who are you calling? And we will be there from here on out, and we will never leave. We might not do it perfectly. We might say some mean shit. Sorry. I hope to improve that, and I will. But 1:30 in the morning, 3 in the morning, you call, we answer. And we will continue to do that. Thank you. I really wish I would have not got up on the stage and said I was perfect, because I must have, but I didn't. I said, we got you, and we did. And we still do.
You know, and I want to say something to that. You know what? I've been working next to Art for almost 7 years now. And I can tell you, I have seen him 24/7. What you see is what you get. And I've never met a human being that stands for other human beings like him. He doesn't give up on people. I've learned so much working alongside of him. I'm telling you what, I give up on people all the time. And he keeps me right here in the game. I've given up on a lot of you parents many times because I'm dominated. I feel dominated, so I run. But he's made me stay in it. He never runs. And I tell you what, if anybody ever, whew.
And I'm sorry if I feel that I've earned the right to talk some shit, but I do feel that way. And I feel I've earned the right to talk shit because I have been there and I'm with it.
That's
And
right.
I'm sorry I feel that way, but I feel that way. And I can't change that. And everyone on my team, everyone that's been working with me for the last 9 years, they know I talk shit. If they want to use it against me now and take it out of context and switch that, well, they can't question that when somebody calls us and the team that wanted to give up on them or anybody wanted to give up on them, they cannot question that I said, we're not giving up. We're going to be there and we're going to keep fighting until the job is done. So.
Right. Hey, Adele, did you want to say something or did you accidentally unmute?
Well, I'm just curious about more than just the house, what's going on between you and Angie and Amy and Art.
Mm-hmm.
And that wasn't brought up tonight.
Go. I can't.
We did address all that last week.
But I know. It's listen. Me and Amy are not me and Amy are done. We've been done, and you know the reasons for that are never going to be. We're never going to sift through and find to the bottom and get some type of clarity on why or what happened. There's it's a mixed up jumble. I can tell you that. Me and Angie have always been best friends. We're partners, and we love each other, and we always have, just in different forms. And I don't know if that's something that, if it's something that makes a difference to our ability to help, you know, please let me know, and I can clarify how that would make a difference. But I'm unclear on how my ability to help is affected by who I'm dating or whatever. I think me and Angie have proven that we work together really well, and we will continue to work together on that level. And if we're not working together on that level, then we need, as Battlefield needs to find people that are, so it can continue. And whether that's with or without us, I think Battlefield has to continue. And without me or without Angie or without anyone, we're more interested that Battlefield continues. And that's it. The organization goes on. And whether that's, you know, so if that didn't do it, or Adele, if you want me to, I don't know what else to say. But me and Amy are no longer. That's true.
All right. Is that Donna? Donna, can you unmute yourself?
Yes. Am I
Hi.
there?
Yeah.
I just want to thank you all for pulling it together and being here tonight. And I just appreciate you all working hard and being real honest about everything. I'm with you, Art. I've said stuff in the heat of being upset at people, and people use it against me when it comes to benefit them, and it sucks. And am I ever going to be perfect about it? No. That's my addiction, is, you know, venting and saying shit that I don't really mean. I never have evil intent, though. You just get upset at someone and you just vent about it a little bit, and then they hold it against you later in life.
Yeah.
So I'm there with you in that I need to be better. And if you could hang in there with me, I'm definitely want to hang in there with you.
Thank you, Donna. Thank you.
Thank you, Donna.
That's all I had to say.
Thank you. All right. Who's next? All right, Melissa, go ahead. Can we unmute you? Let's see. There you are.
But it's actually not me.
Okay. Hey, Tim. Hey, Tim's right here. Tim, say hi. He can't see you. My name is in your face view, so they can't see
You see
you.
that? There I am, right there.
There's Tim.
I just wanted to reiterate, like, I've been at so many solution groups, and a very consistent thing has always been you saying, Art, that, like, I'm not a professional. This is what I think. This is what I've gained. If you don't feel this way, tell me and we'll talk about it. Like, that's, yeah, I don't know. I don't have much to say. I just wanted to say that.
Yeah. Thank you, Aaron. Nice to see you. Look at that California style. Did you just get out from the beach or something?
No, I've been sitting around the house all day, but
You need a gold chain. You need a gold chain like me around the neck. Yeah.
that would really complete it. Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
wondering if Aaron likes the sun yet.
Yeah.
Hey,
The
Tim,
sun?
Tim has a question for you, Aaron.
Do you like the sun yet, or are you still against sunny days?
No, I exclusively sit in the shade and I walk to the beach at nighttime. So
All right, Angela Badalucco. Can you unmute yourself?
Yeah, I got it. I think I got it. Yeah, from West Virginia. I'd love to be out there with you guys, but I'm not. But so far, Art and Angie, neither one of you have steered me wrong. And I don't always follow the plan exactly the way you lay it out there for me, but I feel I'm making great strides, and I know you'll be there for me when I need you. So for that, I'm behind you 100%.
Thank you.
Thank you. And yes, absolutely, we will. All right, the bars. Thank you, Angela. Let's see. Did we get you unmuted?
How's that?
Hey, guys. Yep.
You know, I've been thinking about this for the last few days, and I can go off on a bunch of things that how I feel about everything. But the thing that always comes back to me is, and what me and Mary have found with this, and heck, most of our family, is that it is family. And even though it's dirty and it's kind of ugly, it's family. And this business is family, and I think people are kind of losing track of that. And that makes it a little personal and ugly sometimes, but that's kind of what has held us together. And I don't know, it's kind of sad, but I'm here because it makes me feel the way I do. Yeah. And I hope it doesn't ever end. So thank you guys.
Wow.
Thank you, Ron. Thank you so much.
Ron, let's not even get it. I mean, and let's remember, there's not a world in which we all haven't said, like, I've talked some shit about you guys, I bet. I don't know when, and I don't know what I said.
I'm sure you
but I'm
have.
sure I did. And I don't know how I said it, and I don't know what I said, but I'm sure I did. I'm sure I said Mary is controlling and clingy, and she's a nightmare. And I'm sure I said that, you know, Ron's too nice or whatever, that they're not doing it or whatever I said. I'm probably said some derogatory shit. If it did, I'm not sorry.
That's okay. So have we.
I'm fighting, but you call. But again, like you guys know, you call me tonight. You need me to come over. I'm gonna get in my car and come over. And you know, so and it is. I love what you said because this wasn't anything else. This was just real shit. Always. And I've never claimed to be anything else other than real. And you know, I also didn't claim. You know, I didn't claim to, I don't know. I didn't make any claims other than here is what it is and let's lay it out. And I think that I mostly would rather just do stand-up comedy. You know, maybe I wouldn't then get so, I think I'm pretty funny. So that would be better because then I wouldn't have to, you know, face the scrutiny, but maybe they do too. So anyways, but I really like what you said, Ron, and I appreciate it.
I loved when Ron admitted, yeah, he's talked shit too. I love that.
Yeah.
All have. Yes.
I hope you've all got in your car on the way home and talk shit about me. I really do. I mean, I hope you have.
And Ron, am I seeing things?
Oh yeah, did you get rid of it?
Oh my goodness.
Did you see me last week, Ron, and try to emulate mine?
I was going archery hunting, and my braids catch my bowstring and make my arrows fly weird. So I cut it off so I could go archery hunting.
Oh, I like it. I like
It'll
it.
be back.
Yeah.
Grow it long.
Mama Mary approves of the braids.
All right. All right.
Tim's calling it badass, Ron.
Yeah.
Nice, nice.
Phony badass.
All right, guys. Who else?
Guys, but I can feel the mood. I can feel the mood on here. We do a lot of solution groups, and it's really easy to feel a somber mood on here. And everybody is somber, and we have been, and it's sad, and it's temporary, and it's gonna be different soon, and it's like this tonight, and I can feel it. There's a sadness and a reality, and we mix in our love with hate, and we say mean things, and we've never claimed not to. And we've claimed that we're trying to learn how to love people, and that we didn't really know how to do it when it all started. And if anybody's been to any of my groups, I want you to know that I have told people openly that when I first started in this thing, I didn't care about people. And I helped people because I wanted to look good. And I am just getting to the point in my life where I'm learning to deeply care about people. And so I'm just now finding out how to love people. After 9 years of sobriety and after 9 years of working, I'm finally able to love people and not judge them. And and that's not many people. I'm still judgmental, and I'm still this, and I'm still that. And that's what we've been working on. We never just said we are the truth and everybody isn't. We said, we're working on it. We're learning to love. I'm learning to care about people. I'm learning to actually put other people's needs before mine, and I've never been able to do that before. And it's not just something that is easy. It takes everything I have. I'm learning to not respond when people bash me. I'm learning to look and sit and take it. And if any of you have any experience in sitting with an utter thrashing of your life where everything you own and everything you got is dissipated in a matter of 2 months, and you have lost all your money, and you've lost your place to live, and you've lost your fiance, and you've lost your reputation, and you've lost your business, please give me a call tomorrow and tell me how you did it. I would love to discuss how you got through it, because it's very difficult. And there is not one piece of my life that hasn't been affected and uprooted and taken away. And here I sit tonight hoping to help you and hoping to answer your questions. And if I can, that's great. And if I can help somebody tonight, that's great. But anybody, I want you to know the devastation in my life has been thorough. I can say that. It's been thorough. I've took a thorough thrashing. I'm now wondering for the first time in 9 years how I pay my bills coming up next month. And I haven't had to worry about things like that before, because I've been just too into my work, and we've been making it. So here I sit, and I hope if that's leadership or if that's anything, I'm just calling it me being here to help. And if you need that and you're going through a tough time in your life, well, then I'm going through one too, but you can call me tomorrow and I'll talk you through it. And I'm fine with that. And if anybody knew, we got people here tonight, and we're helping people still, and we're going through a very difficult time. And I think that's what it's about. But yeah, the thrashing that I'm taking on a daily basis, financially, reputation, business-wise, it is thorough. There is nothing left. And I'm sitting here looking at you and saying, I'm sorry. This is how it goes for me. If you need anything, call me. If you need help tonight, we got a team of people sitting right here. We'll come get you if you need something. So, again, bring on anything. I'll take whatever you got. Just don't make me hate. And that's what this is about for me. It's about how am I learning to not hate. And I have no hatred in my heart tonight. I can tell you that as the truth. I have only love for people, and I have no hatred, none. And you can take my house, you can take my reputation, you can take my business, take whatever you need to be happy, but I will not hate you. And I will sit here and not hate, and that's the only thing that you can't make me do. So if you call that what you want, I hope that if that helps somebody, let me know.
Okay, we have Roger next, but let me, you said anybody can call you. I wish I had mentioned last week, Art's number, if you have his number, you don't have the correct number. He doesn't have access to his old phone. Sorry, my dogs are fighting. He doesn't have access to his old number, so.
If anybody's been contacted by my own phone and by my old phone in the last month, it wasn't me. Because I haven't had my phone in a month and a half. So.
Yeah.
If
So
you contacted my phone and not got a response, I apologize.
Yep. So you can contact me and I'll get the message to Art and I can send you his number if that's needed too. So. So yeah, let's make sure everybody heard that. All right, Roger, where you at? Can we unmute you?
Yes. I'm
Hi.
in Whitefish, Montana, actually.
Hi, guys.
So,
Hi, guys.
Hey.
Roger and Janelle.
yeah, she's done with her meeting. Hey, so Art.
Yes.
You really can stay in my basement.
I might take you up on that.
I'm not kidding.
Yeah. I might take you up
Anybody
on that.
there? Same
Yeah.
thing. It's a big basement. Nobody's there. I'm not even, probably shouldn't be telling anybody that.
I might take you up on
addicts
that.
listen. Yeah, we'll be back in a couple of weeks. I don't even know what these chat rooms or any of this stuff is. I mean, I know something's going on. So I've heard nothing negative. I got one text, I think, or not one text, but one post, and that's it. So I know that all of us don't see what you're talking about. I can just feel it, see what you're doing. But we know you're a fraud because you told us that a long time ago.
Yes. Yes.
And I've learned to believe that now.
That's right.
Yeah. I just have one thing to say about, we went to one of your family meetings, family counseling things, and that was my first one, and you told me I was passive aggressive. So Janelle's the passive aggressive one. I just wanted you to know that.
She's just aggressive. There's no passive with Janelle. There's just aggression.
But anyway, we don't feel any different. Our story is not the same as everybody's. My son has never been in the program. It's been 2.5 years. He may answer 1 out of 10 texts from me, and I see him every once in a while. I mean, way once in a while, like every few months or whatever. But anyway, but what you've done for us is amazing. I have transformed, as you well know.
Yes.
Yeah. But anyway, we're behind you 100%, and you can stay in my basement. And by the time we get back, I should have my stationary bike back, and I have a treadmill, and we can get you in shape. We can
I've
get you in
lost
shape.
access to my treadmill lately too. That's perfect.
Okay, and I have like 7 mountain bikes, so I'm sure we can get one that'll fit you.
All right. All right. It's got a sturdy frame.
Oh, I've been bigger than you, buddy.
Right.
So anyway, it's not all doom and gloom. We're still with you 100%, and just amazed and love what you've done for us, and we love you guys. And you really can stay in my basement.
Thank you, Roger.
Thank you, Roger. Thanks, Janelle.
If nobody's up, Travis wants to say something. Ange?
Travis, okay, great. And then Tim wants to say something next after Travis.
Oh, they switched out.
Well, ask Tim if what he's going to say is any good. I don't want to go. I want to go after the good
Are you
stuff.
gonna say something good?
Travis
Yeah.
has a habit of surprising with really wise things.
So maybe you should go first.
Yeah, maybe I'll go first because Travis is going to say something that's going to close down.
Okay,
the house.
yeah, let's go with Tim, Angie.
All right, yeah. Travis is pretty funny.
Hearing all this, I mean, most of the last 30 days has probably been maybe the most challenging of my life. And you guys know I've been through some shit. And the thing that it always comes back to for me is just truly, what if I was only known for my worst things, my worst thoughts, the private things that I shared that nobody was supposed to hear, but I just had to say something, or maybe some shit that I did. Like I've done some nasty shit and some embarrassing stuff, and that's what it comes back down to for me is that. And I hope that anybody who's hanging on to something just gets clear on that. Like there's more to come. I'm sure there's more stupid shit out there to come, and I just hope that everybody can just recognize, like, oh, that's right. What if we only knew Art for the worst things he's done instead of the great things, and Angie for the worst things she's done, and that's it. And Colette, my heart's just breaking for you, and just please don't hold on to this. Just please, please, please don't hold on to it. Get clear on it, and yeah, just know that that's the whole process for me, is just recognizing people for their wholeness and not just the worst things they've done. So, that's all I wanted to offer.
Yep.
All right, Travis.
Okay.
Slay him. I set him up for you, brother.
Okay, good. I just wanted to just explain what this team chat was and kind of just give some background to it. Not to try and defend what was said, but just to let you guys know there was 6 or 7 people on this group chat that only like Art, myself, Jeff, Amy was on it, and a couple other people. And really it became this thing where it was the only place where we could talk without having someone overhear us. Like for instance, if you're having a frustrating night at the big house, I can't really talk to anyone about it out loud because there's clients all around and it'll get back and it'll just be bad, you know? Or we're talking about something sensitive. So it was just a way to communicate with everyone at the same time, and it was pretty easy. And again, even if I would go home after a frustrating night, there was 18 people in that house where I couldn't really talk about it. Like I couldn't even call Art on the phone and talk about it out loud because there would be someone around that overhear it at the risk of it getting back to that person. And not to say that there wasn't frustrating things that I shouldn't have said on there, but Angie mentioned it was some of it was out of context. I'm sure that the people that are dealing in the screenshots of these messages, first of all, they were never on that chat for this exact reason. And secondly, if they would allow you to sign on to that chat, or if they would give you more screenshots, you will see within a few screens, either Art or Jeff especially, reeling things back in and figuring out how to get down to business again. And it wasn't this long, drawn-out, just bitch session where we got to, trash people on there. And I'm just saying, like, there was joking on there. Like Derek, for instance, we would joke about him wearing a nightcap when he goes home on the weekends, because it's just like this sleepy time idea of Derek just being this good boy, And also, there's 500 times where I say Derek's killing it, but it doesn't seem like that got posted to Facebook. only a couple times where me and Derek knows, like I talked to him today too. Like me and him had some very frustrated moments together. And so, it's not like it's nothing new. I'm sure me and him are going to go play craps soon anyways. Like, you know what I mean? So that's all I kind of wanted, just to, if people were guessing.
A little bit about it being a violation of our privacy.
Yeah, well, I mean, also like, these people, like these thoughts that like we're telling, like I said, like they weren't a part of it. Like they weren't on it. And so like now to have these people like have a directory where they can just type in a name, like if, for instance, if they saw Aaron Larson hanging out with us, right? I'm sure that there would be a post in the next few days where they would go and type in Aaron Larson to the index, look up the very ugliest thing and either message it to him or us. And again, you guys, like, I guess maybe we're not acting so shocked, but they've been private messaging us that they had access to this chat in different, like cryptic ways for almost a month now. So, yeah, it just feels like, like the stuff that I said, I felt safe saying in front of people. Like now, like the curtain's been pulled back and I was actually on stage talking to a packed auditorium. So would I have chosen my words differently? Well, yes, but also that'd be more fraudulence on top of being a fraud already. And it's just a mess. But again, if there's some kid drunk in his car somewhere, passed out at Burger King at 2 a.m, like either Art called me or Angie called me, and whoever was awake, we'd go get him at the same time. Like that chat was used for 99% good stuff, and then if there was some venting on there, I promise you, it got redirected fairly quickly.
Yeah.
So thank you guys.
Yeah. Very good, Travis. Exactly right.
So that was I don't, like I said, that's I had to let Travis vent there, and he's been wanting to get that out all day, and I wasn't gonna let him do it, and so we let him do it. But Emily wants to say something too, really quickly.
I'm just so frustrated. Like, I didn't even know any of this happened until I got here tonight. And I've been with Art for like 3 years, and I worked at the big house for 2. And then I relapsed, and he made me go back to the big house. And like, drug addicts were a nightmare. Like, and that job is a 24-hour-a-day job. Like, there's no break. So sometimes all you got is team chat. Like, and I had to take a break. Like, I'm not a manager, but Art helped me get my own house. But it's a lot of work. Like, and dealing with families and people, like, it's constant. Like, so the things that were said in this team chat that are taken out of context, like, is the most ridiculous. I can't even, like, it's beyond me that would even be posted, because like, we do nothing but like help and try to help the family and help the clients. Like, I mean, this program has like saved my entire family's life. Like, my mom got to see me. She got to die seeing me sober. Yeah. Like, that's the best gift that anyone could ever, I mean, just not enough words for this program. And I don't know, it hurts me to see Colette hurt, like, because we love you, Colette. Like, but Dustin's tough. Like, yeah. Okay, sorry.
Thank you. Okay. So
nice, Emily.
These guys are great.
Beautiful. We got 2 in line.
Hey,
Okay.
Angie, I saw Erica Corwin had her hand up a little while ago too.
Okay, great. So we have 3 in line, but go ahead, Art. You have something to say first?
No, go ahead. I'll answer.
Okay. All right. Let's do Erica. If I can find her. Can you unmute yourself, Erica? And then we'll go to Melissa and then Becky.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hey y'all, how's it going?
Good.
I know it's been better. I just wanted to say just a couple words. I'll be short. If anything, I'm a very even person. So I don't choose sides. It's not what I do. I appreciated the personal phone call, Angie, and I was definitely one of the parents that said, I don't need to know the icky details. Like, I'm not, I don't need to know your personal life. I don't need to know the drama. I don't need to know what's going on. I just am concerned at that time is, how are we moving forward? Like, where are the kids? Like, where does this leave the kids? Like, what happens now with them? That was my only concern. Although I am concerned I understand the devastation across the board with you and Art and Amy and everyone that's involved, and Tim and your families. I mean, I'm an empathetic person, so I know what everyone, I can imagine what everyone is going through. And I'm sorry for that. I'm terribly sorry that you're all going through this. It's awful because it's getting in the way of it's put things on hold, and it's gotten in the way of what's important. But it heartens me to see that things are moving forward. And I am grateful for everything that you've done for my family and for Trevor and all of his friends that have, are there and have gotten out and whatnot. I just wanted to say that I love all of you. And I don't pick sides. I don't pick teams. And I feel good that, everything these things happen and opportunities arise out of all of these circumstances. And for whatever reason, my loved one who's gone through your program and has learned a lot from the program and the teachings is doing something very positive and very purposeful right now. They're helping some addicts and helping, overseeing some detoxing and kind of helping out with that, which is giving them a very positive purpose, which is super necessary for these kids right now. Like, to go through something like this during a pandemic where everyone's locked down and shut down, and oh my God, if I were still using, holy fuck, that's all I want to do right now. It's like, that's all I want to do is use. So keeping these kids safe and in the net and keeping them working, keeping them on that path is the most important thing right now. That's the most important thing. And
I
I'm
want you to know
glad.
that there's a lot of people, Erica, and although they're not too happy with me, and although people are mad at me for whatever they believe that's happened with Amy or what I've done, I don't care what people knock about the organization, but there is a lot of people rallying right now across the board, and even people that are spewing hatred and doing things are even helping out. And Amy's things are turning around, and people are stepping up, and there's accountability, and I mean, I think across the board, and I don't care what people are saying about me, there's also people forming groups to talk about the curriculum that was taught by me. So whether people like me or not anymore, it's really remarkable to see that it's continuing, and people have been kind of trained to help. And it's beautiful to see what's going on, even by the people. I know some people that are really angry with me, but I also know that they're stepping up right now, and they're helping out, and it's great. So I've gotten to a place where I'm just hopeful that there's not more damage, and we can do it, but we don't know. But it is great to see that the curriculum that we've taught and the stuff that we've said, no matter if they like me or they think I'm a liar or a cheat or whatever you want to say, well, the information is true. And I've never given any information that's not true. So, and there's a lot of people stepping up, including Trevor. I've heard that, and I appreciate it.
Sure. And
Thank
like I said, I'm not on any team. I love and appreciate all of you, because you're all wonderful. And I feel like there are going to be some phoenixes rising from these flames all over the place. So I am an optimist at heart, and I think it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay for everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you, Erica. Yes. All right, Melissa.
Hey.
Hey.
So just a couple thoughts that were coming, as I was listening. And for last week too, the first one is that, yes, all of our stories are very different. And I don't know what anybody else's story is, but it sounds like from a lot of people that are sharing, we are not seeing what you guys are seeing. We're not in it. Like, you guys are right in the fire. And we might see like a couple little sparks, but that's it.
Yeah, beautiful shit. Yeah.
I would love to get back to a message, and then seems like most people want to hear art and a message, and the drama, who cares? But that, I haven't seen my chat leak yet, so no. My next part that I was thinking about was kind of about that. It's hard for me to say something because I'm not the one living in that. I don't have a chat leak that I'm seeing, but I hope that if and when I do know that those are coming from a place of love. And I know that we came to you, just like everybody else, for help. And you never once said, hey, you must have done everything right, and that led you to where you are.
Yeah.
One of the things that we really liked about you is that you didn't kind of sugarcoat things. You maybe did a tiny bit, but for the most part, you didn't. You kind of just laid it out there. This is it. And another thought, I always have rambling thoughts. another thought that was coming to mind, and we heard a lot of talk about family, and I definitely feel that this is a family of mine as well. And Art used to always say when families would come in, they would always almost try to one up each other on their addict was the worst. Like, oh, let me tell you what my kid does, and you know what I mean. And it's almost like that's Art trying to help you. Like, these guys really need our help. Like, I wouldn't be surprised to see, geez, Melissa's like delusional. She has no clue. And because I really was. I see a lot different now, and I'm definitely not perfect now. There's, still a journey, but yeah.
Beautiful.
I'm ready for the messages.
Yes.
Yes.
We're ready to get there.
Thank you, Melissa. Wiggins, did you still have something? I thought I saw your hand up.
That was Bill's hand.
That was me, but it's kind of passed by a little bit, but I just hope everybody that is feeling a lot of resentment right now. It's just, we're strange human beings. We just hold on to resentment, and we want to own that resentment so much. And we forget all the miracles and the grace that we've had through the program all the years. We forget it just like that. But we want to hold on to what hurts us so hard and so strong. And we don't want to give it up. And I just hope everybody's able to do that moving forward, because that's just the way we work. We want to hold on to resentment, and we want to forget all the grace and miracle that happened prior. So
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Thank you, Bill. All right. Anybody else out there?
There's a one thing there was today was there was this saying that I don't know if it was derogatory or what it was meant, but it was talking about atheism and how we're atheists. And I just wanted to comment on something like that. And I may not always talk about God or a belief in God or anything like that. And just because I don't generally want to put my beliefs on people. And I try to have a message that's about experience in life and not suffering, and how to not suffer in life. And, as you can see, I'm in this is honestly the most difficult time in my life. And I can't tell you that I'm suffering. It's difficult, but I'm getting through it. And, so I do whatever people want to say, but I can tell you that God has been on my mind a lot throughout this. And I'll tell you what, if God is love or whatever you call it, I believe in that. And I believe in God, and I believe in love, and I believe God is love. And so for me, there is a belief in a God, and I believe that He's asking me to refrain and to not hate, and to kind of level up in my life. And this is a test, and whether I can pass or not, and whether I can do it without hating people, and whether I can do it without losing everything I have mentally or getting loaded or whatever it is. But to say that this is an atheist program would be that's a fallacy. That's not true. This is a program, and we may not talk about a belief in God, but I think most of the people on this chat tonight believe in some sort of higher power. And I just don't think that we discuss it as a group, but I think everybody comes with their belief in a higher power. And I want to say that I have one of those. And so it's not that. And I just want to clear that up, because I think it's important. And there's
Kristen.
a lot.
Kristen's got something. Go ahead, Kristen.
Hey, so if I have a kid with Amy in one of her houses,
Mm-hmm.
am I still okay to call either one of you guys? Should I just feel free if I have questions?
No, I think that Amy's made it very clear that that's not what she wants right now. And we want to honor that. And she made it very clear that she wants control of those houses and that they're hers, and made it very clear in several occasions. And I want to honor that. And so I'm really working hard, although it's difficult. I'm working very hard to stay out of it, but and I don't want to be in it. And I made the mistake of kind of generally playing around with it last night, and I wish I wouldn't have. And I want her to do her thing and be successful. And I think there's a bunch of people stepping up for her, and I'm happy that they are. And let's just call her, text her, and make sure that the calls are directed to their team and everyone that's working over there. And you know, I'm not even really, you know, I can't even go to those houses at this point. So legally, so I can't really answer any questions.
Okay.
And I'm sorry about that. I don't want that to be true. I'm sorry. I every one of those kids I've spent hours and hours with, every single one of them. And you know, I don't want to lose track or anything. And I think it'll return very quickly, but just right now. Good question though. Thank you, Kristen. And thank you for coming over and talking to me today. It was nice.
My pleasure. I miss you.
Yeah. Yeah, I miss you.
All right, who's next?
I hope next week we can really change the energy and open it up and get back to a solution group. And you know, I would love to articulate a message about what the experience has been like for us and for everyone, and really put that into words, how remarkable it's been. It's been a remarkable experience for me. It's strengthened my belief and it's questioned who I am, and it's questioned my life in every aspect of my life, and I absolutely love it. Not that I love that Amy's hurting or that I hurt or that any of that is happening. I don't say that, and I wish that people weren't hurting, but I also am a connoisseur of experience, and I've never been anything other than I find all experience in life pretty remarkable, and this one is intense, and really, really an intense experience, and I wouldn't trade it. Would I want people to be hurt? No. Do I want pain? No. But it's there, and I really can't wait to articulate what it's like to go through something like this, and turn that into a positive message that hopefully helps maybe people that were going to use drugs and people that, you know, I've seen in the future that are seeing that they had an excuse to use drugs or whatever. But one thing I can say is that Battlefield maybe doesn't put enough premium on sobriety. And part of the problem is we're not talking about sobriety. We're not talking about whether people are sober or not. We're talking about things like marriage and a divorce and adult. We're an organization that, one, first and foremost, people come to us to get sober. And so one thing I can tell you is after almost 10 years now, I'm sober. So I don't know what anybody's saying, but I have not used drugs. I have not used alcohol. I've not used in any form. And here I sit, sober. So if that doesn't qualify me to lead people in sobriety, well, then I'm sorry, I don't know what does. But here I sit with the experience of the most intense things that's happened in my life. And I never claimed to be a leader. I really call myself more of an entertainer. And if I entertain you, please come get entertained. And then we'll help. And I'm a helper. So I like to help and I like to entertain. I don't know about leadership. I don't know if I'm qualified, maybe not. I ain't telling you what house to buy. I ain't telling you where to live. I ain't telling anyone how to live their life. I ain't telling you who to date. I ain't telling you anything. So I ain't telling you where to work or what to do for your job. I'm just showing you how to not suffer. So I don't know that everyone says that I was this leader or leading people places. Where was I leading you? I wasn't. I was here to say, this is how you don't use drugs, and the way that you don't use drugs, you don't suffer, and this is how you don't suffer. And then this is how you have a family member that when they're using drugs, this is what you do, and then you won't suffer. And that's what we're talking about. And here I sit. And I'm going through the most difficult time in my life, and I'm not suffering. So I don't know what else people want. You know? But next week, I hope to really bring back a message and get down to the business. And I'll tell you what we've really figured out, that this thing is about love. And love and not hate. And I don't think if anybody is filled with hatred tonight, that it's somebody else's fault. If you're filled with hatred tonight and it's somebody else's fault, you better do something. And you better not just sit there and hope that the hatred is going to go away, because the world is going to change. So as I sit here tonight, I'm not filled with hatred, and I take ownership of that. And if anyone is coming at me that's filled with hatred, that is their deal. And that is their problem, but they better get worked out, because they're going to be in trouble. And so one thing I can say is I'm learning about hatred and love and the other side of that. And, it's really beautiful to still be in love with the world, even though what's happening is happening, but I am. And I sit here tonight, I'm in love with the world, and I love Amy. I love Amy, whether she knows it or not, whether she believes it or not, I love her. And I've loved her for 9.5 years, and I still love her, and I don't want her to suffer. And I love Dave, and I love Heather, and they can say I don't, but I do. And so here I sit, and this thing's always been about love, and that's what I feel. So I don't know what anyone else is feeling tonight, but I feel love. So it's been an honor, and it's still an honor to serve. And I hope that you continue to let me serve your families. And I hope I get to keep that honor, because it's the one thing I do really generally care about. And everybody that knows me knows I care about that honor. So it's been an honor to serve, and it's been an honor to be here tonight. And I just hope that I get to continue to do it. And really, if I do, one thing we will be talking about most is love and not hate. And I'll continue to work that. So thank you everybody for coming. And I really appreciate it. And if we open it up next week, probably we would have got a lot more people tonight if we would have let everybody on and did that. And this isn't a private meeting. This isn't a secret meeting. It's a private meeting. So last week there was a lot of talk about a secret meeting. This isn't a secret. We've told 75 people. You don't have a secret and tell 75 people, but it is private, because we didn't want hate on here. That's why. So we're sorry to the people that weren't invited, but maybe we were worried that you were going to put hate on here. So once again, thank you. And thank you for coming and hearing me. And I hope you're here next week.
All right. Thanks, guys. We'll keep you posted on next week. Have a good week, everybody. Good night.
Bye. Good night.
Good
night, guys.
Good night.
Bye.
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 Good night.
Thanks, Art.
Okay, so I guess
everybody. Good night, everybody.
Night, everybody. Hi, Concha.
Amy did.
Hi, Birdie. Good night. Good night.